Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Media Picker. My name is Brandon. If you're new here, I'm a part-time eBay Macari reseller specializing in media-related projects such as CDs, DVDs, and cassette tapes. This is something you're interested in learning about how to do. Please consider subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate it. A haul video for you today. This is being recorded the weekend of Labor Day weekend, 2025. You'll see this much later. I went up north. Went to a few thrift stores and places. I'll show you what I got. I'll tell you what approximately I'll list it for based on sold comps. If there are no sold comps, then based on current listings, so on and so forth. So you can kind of see what I spent and what I am going to list the items for. And we'll go ahead and get started here. There's quite a bit to go through. 3 places I went to. I went to Goodwill. Savers didn't have anything. I went to 4 places. Savers had nothing. Where else did I go? Half Price Books and St. Vincent de Paul. So, another thrift store. Let's go ahead and get started. I'll share my screen and kind of see what I got. So, first up, I think these are out of order. They are. Hold on one sec. Okay, so first up I have here, I spent $5 at St. Vincent de Paul. We'll start there. That's where we kind of have them in. Taking a shot on this one, there's nothing listed on it on eBay, nothing at all, nothing on sold history. It's a Blue City. It's Dooley Blues live in concert March 2025. Got me because it's autographed. It's a self-release from the actual artists themselves. They paid 75 cents for the CD. So can't complain too much. It doesn't sell. I'm not really out anything. I'm going to put this up between $20 and $25 since there actually are no comps for it. And the disc is clean. Everything I got, I don't think I have to clean anything. Maybe one of the ones I bought out of the 20 plus that you're going to see here. I just kind of cherry pick stuff. I got so much stuff here right now. It's not even funny. So next one I got, just because one, I like the band. I believe I already have this in my collection. That would be Third Dead Man Savages. It's not worth a whole lot. I actually might lock this up with a couple of like rock cities like Saliva and Hinder and Puddle Mud and just make like a hard rock CD lot where I can get some decent money out of it. On its own, it's probably $5. Case is broken. I obviously can replace that. Disc, I believe, was pretty clean though. Yeah, disc, I got marker 2 on it. So probably $5. I have 5.6 on the post-it note, so we'll just say 5. And then we had I saw this soundtrack, and I'm like, I've never seen this before. This actually looks pretty. I'm thinking this is probably kind of rare, and my assumption was actually fairly correct. So if I look at sold comps, there's one, but it was sold with the Blu-ray. That would be this right here. No strings attached. I'm not even sure what's even on this. Just a bunch of assorted artists. 75 cents I paid. Let's look at. I think I have no one on this. Yeah, let's try this tab. So this is the current market for it. There's 9 currently listed on eBay. $15.43 free delivery. $19.23 brand new. I'm putting this up. Probably got to throw it up for like 16, 17 bucks and take a shot at that and just see what happens to the market. So going from there, we have another artist I never heard of. Alice Merton Mint. 10 tracks, 2019 release, 75 cents on this also. You can see by listed, there's pre-owned for 20 free delivery. I'm not going nearly this high on this. I believe there was a sold comp. $11 free for an X library copy. So mine's not that. Mine's actually in better shape than that. So I have this. I'm gonna shoot for 12 bucks on this, and see what happens there. It's in pretty good shape. There's some weird digipack scratches, light scratches, stuff, but it's not all X library copy, which has all those stickers and security tags and stuff on it. So I think I could do okay on this. I'm gonna throw it up for 12. See what happens. And then the last CD I got from St. Vincent de Paul is actually going to be one that's going to be replaced in my collection. So it's a 2-disc. One's a CD, one's a DVD. Looking at my database, the DVD portion of the 2-disc set is not in great shape. So I'm going to piece together one that's pretty much in mint. So I'm going to take the DVD, which is spotless except for like a smudge or two, and then I'm gonna basically piece together one that's in the best condition for my collection, and the other one I'm going to sell. Poison, 20 Years of Rock CD DVD collection. This can go for a little bit. It's a $10 CD roughly. There are sold that I think one sold that's cheaper than that. I'm not going to go that low. One for $4 or $5 free delivery. Again, I'm not going to go that low. I'm going to go with market on this. I'll probably throw it up for $10, $11. I have it listed for 10 to 12 here, and see what happens. So those 5 CDs, I paid $5 total, and I'm going to list them for $73. Not bad. Okay, the next 5 I got was from a Goodwill up north. One of these I don't think was a good buy at all. This I paid a little bit more. Goodwill charges more, of course, because Goodwill's not cheap. All the prices have gone up, as we all know. There are no solds on this one. There's only one on eBay, brand new seal, which is what mine is also. Best of Jonas Kaufman. Brand new seal. I got the stupid sticker off the side. I'm going to put mine up for about $16 to $18, a little bit cheaper than what the current market is, and see if I can sell it. Again, I paid roughly $2.15 a piece is what it comes out to be for each one of these. So not too bad there. And then we move on to this. There's a few solds on this one. It's not worth a whole lot. Let's try to get some stuff I can actually flip in. But crease on the left side. I'll probably put this up for $7, $8. I do. Again, it's where I'm going to list it. It's not going to sell for that price, sell for less. I do run sales, take offers, so on and so forth. You can see the market, $7 free delivery. It's like a $6, $7 CD. So I'm going to put it up for, we'll say $6. I'll change it. And we'll go from there. This was a bad buy, Ronnie Kroll. I'm going to put up for $5. I scanned it. It looked like it was going to be pretty decent. And when I scanned it, it pulled up the copy that shows here that has the Excelsior in the corner, which most of these other ones don't. So I'm going to try and go off that. So I'm still going to probably throw it for $5 to happens, because if you look at other ones compared to mine, the label's totally different. So my version is totally different than most of the other ones that are currently listed on here. So I'm going to throw it for $5. Again, I paid $2.15. Not really going to make a whole lot on that. Maybe 50 cents, 75 cents. But that's what happens when you scan sometimes. You're not going to win every battle on those. Actually, I didn't even show you what that was. Hold on, let me switch screens again. So like I said, the one I said here with the Excelsior in the corner is the one I have. The other one, most of the other ones do not have that. So I'm going to put it for $5 and see what happens. Okay, moving on. Trying to keep track of everything here with tabs and all that fun stuff. We've got... Got Jerry Herman, An Evening with Jerry Herman. Case is trashed, it's cracked. I'm going to replace it, obviously. As you can see, that version, $14 free delivery there. Again, I have no sold comps recently on this in any way, shape, or form. And I'm okay with buying stuff like that because, again, I already know media's going to be a long tail and may find the right buyer at some point. I'm going to put this up for $8 to $9. And, again, run sales, take offers. So... this next one was the best one of the lot from this place. I'm actually going to put it up for about $30. And that would be, I'm keeping it. I'm not sell it. That would be Cash Money Records Platinum Hits Volume 1. This is really clean. As you can see, some solds here, 12 best offer, so who knows, $20.99. But then you start looking at $33 new, $35.69 used. 42 new. And then when you start looking at the current market on this also, 25, 50. That's it. So there are solds obviously around this price. Actually, I'm sold above the price of 25, but I'm gonna put it for 30. Again, I always run sales. So it just has some smudges on this, right? Like scratch or two. I might run it through my cleaner, might not. Just might wipe it and see what happens. It gets it off. But going 30 on that. So these 5, I spent $10.75. I'm gonna list them for $65. Okay, and now for the best of the bunch again, which wasn't great. I've done better than this before, but I mean, I'll take it. So we're going to start with, this is from Half Price Books. I spent $28.21 for 5, 6, 7, 10, 14 CDs. Okay. $1.76 a piece is what they roughly came out to. There was a sale. And do I not have this one up here? Okay, I don't have this one up here. I'm just going to show you on the screen here. There are literally 2 on eBay, none sold history. One is for $2.51 used, and the other one is for $60 new. Mine's new, so obviously I'm not going to go for the $2.51. I'm going to go right in the middle and just see what happens. I'm going to put $30 on it. There's literally nothing to go off of as far as sold history on this in any way, shape, or form. I just noticed the crack in the corner. So again, $30 is probably fair for that, considering the 61 would be brand new, hopefully not cracked. But gonna go 30 in this. We'll see what happens with it. These next ones are from, I think these are K-pop artists, Stray Kids. These are all Japanese releases, which also helps with the value. And I will share my screen here in just a second. I'll share the right one. So cheapest one on eBay currently, there really are no solds of this exact version, at least in the last 90 days. I did not go further than that. I'm fine with just not going for it right now currently. But anyway, I'm putting this one up for probably $12. Mine's in better shape than the one. That one that's listed at the top here of your screen is literally acceptable condition. Mine's going to be probably like new condition. There's not a scratch on this disc at all, which is why I'm going to command a higher price. So I'm going to list this for 12. Staying on Stray Kids, I actually bought 3 CDs of theirs. Going to do the same on this one. Also going to list for 12. Again, Japanese imports. Can go for a little bit more here in the United States. And then this one does have a sold. I took me a while to find one. This one sold for 28. I'm going to go between 25 and 30. Stray Kids SKZ 2020. So I'm going to go between 25 and 30 on that one. Then we go to another one I thought about keeping. Decadent by Udio. This is a straightforward heavy metal. $15.90 like new. That sold for. I'm putting mine up for 12. I think like new was free ship. Yeah. I'll put mine up for 12 plus ship. Again, I do take offers. Again, I paid $2 and $1.76 for this. So not too bad. Next one, not gonna make a lot off it, but I will make a little. De La Soul and the Anonymous Nobody. Between $8 and $9. So I'm giving you the low ones until so $8 I'll list this for. And we've got this one's kind of all over the place, so I'm gonna shoot high on this, obviously. But we've got literally auction, which I'm not gonna do. $10 free delivery, $7 plus ship. 18 like new, which I think mine is in like new condition. 14. 15. Who knows? And who knows? 25. And then you look at current market. Cheapest one's $28.95. 25. And again, some of them have sold for this. So, or close to it. 20, 30, 30. I'm up on mine for 25 based on current market at this point. If someone else comes in with another copy later on, goes lower than me, that's fine. I'll deal with that at that point, maybe adjust the price. But this is like new condition. There's not a scratch on this. Artwork is in mint. The case will be replaced, so the case will be mint also. $25. Their screen just showed you. Here we go. All about keeping this one also. He had one big hit, and it's actually the title of the album. Glenn Medeiros. Nothing's going to change my love for you. He also had a big hit with Bobby Brown. I believe he's in that with him as A Girl Ain't Worth It. If I'm not mistaken. This is like $17 to $18. It sold for $17.09. Here's one, $16.49 free delivery. If I look at current market on this also, we're looking at $17.95 free delivery, $19.82 free delivery. Those are used copies. So this is obviously harder to find out of print. So I am going to go right in that market range. I'm going to go 17 to 18, maybe 18 to 20. I would say run sales and stuff. And this is actually also in mint condition, so I might recheck a couple marks on it. I'll check the other comps as far as what condition they're listed in for price, and then maybe adjust my price accordingly. But at least $17 to $18 for sure in this one is where that'll be listed. Here's a bad buy. I scanned it and thought it looks pretty decent. This is worth about probably exactly what I paid. It happens. Lena, Stranger on Earth. It is a promo. It's got the promo stamp on the front of the booklet. I don't think there's a stamp on the actual. Oh, there is a stamp on the CD. It does say promo use also, which can help also. So again, it's not worth a whole lot. $3-4 is probably where I'm going to put it at. Let's just see if it sells. I can get rid of it. But that was probably the bad buy of the day, I would think. 5 or 6 more to show you. 5 more to show you here. Moving along, this one's kind of all over the place too. That's Zeropa by YouTube. We've got 10, 17, and mine's a new copy. 24 with the hype sticker, which hyper stickers can help in the value. And we've got 35, which I don't know why someone paid that much for, but I wish it was mine. Anyway, so if I look at current market, again, it's all over the place. $4 free delivery. What the hell? How is there that huge of a difference? $12.70, $13.41. I'm going to go more in line with these ones here. This one can sell off to whoever wants to buy it, and then my the next ones are kind of be on the lower end. I'm going to put this between $10 and $12 plus ship and go from there. This one also wasn't a great buy. I'll tell you a little story about this one here. Kind of a little all over the place too, and not really, but $4 or $5 is what this is. I'm going to put it for $5. Charlie Daniels band live record. His big obviously was the Went Down to Georgia. I'm going to search this a little bit more. First of all, I have a copy of this in my collection. The one I found was actually signed by him. So my stupid Amazon thing went off. I don't want to say the name. Anyway, here are solds. 398 free delivery, 678, 708, 1047. I mean, $4 or $5 the most, honestly. However, any of them don't have pictures ever mentioned. And we're going to go back to the ones currently listed. I want to show you something on this one. Let's see if they have it. Skies has it. Okay, with the bonus disc. So I may go more around this price. This is, I probably might turn mine out for $10 instead of $5. So none of the other ones mention it. There's a bonus disc with this. The bonus disc is actually kind of cool. It's basically a clear single. So this is the bonus disc that just sits on top, all clear around here. And then the part that's played is obviously right there. It's basically like a 3-inch single, which they do have some of those. This ain't no rag. It's a flag. It's a song. It's obviously a single, 3-inch single, but it's really cool. It's got the bonus disc. The other ones don't mention that except for this listing here, which is basically about $10 plus ship. He goes on to this disc. The live disc is actually spotless also. This one has a few marks on it. Probably not going to run through the cleaners because I don't want to damage this in any way. Should play. I'll wipe it down. But thought it was cool. It's the reason why I bought it, because the bonus disc mainly. So I'm going to probably throw this up instead of 5. I'm going to probably throw this up for actually for 10. And see what happens. 3 more to show you. Bill Bruford, Ralph Towner, Eddie Gomez, If Summer Had Its Ghosts. Not even sure the genre of this, honestly. What's the label? Okay, the label doesn't help me either, trying to figure out the genre. Obviously, I'll do more research on that. There are no solds. $18.29, $14.99, yeah, used. Actually, there might be one sold. Take that back. Brand new, basically like $14. There's a UK sale. Anyway, not a whole lot here to go off of. I'm gonna throw this up probably for $10. Just go from there. Debbie Gibson, yes, that is the Debbie Gibson from the 80s. She is still putting out stuff. This isn't worth a whole lot. Actually, not a lot on here either. But this actually looks pretty rare, but yet the price isn't a ton. So $10 sealed, $20, and then you got $20 again, and then you've got ones that are actually signed by her. Obviously increase the price. I don't remember if there's comps on this or anything at all. There might be a couple. $8 used, $20 new. $8 new, $20 new. Again, wide range of disparity between those two. See, I'm gonna probably throw it up for $6, $7. Kind of interesting. I'm gonna double check the inside of the book and make sure mine's not signed anywhere. But anyway, and then last but not least, this is a decent one. I paid up for this one. They had 20% off this weekend. This is the reason why I went. I do this every year on this weekend, Labor Day weekend, and I got this one in Wild Clothes. This is a remastered. Sorry, guys. This is a remastered expanded edition. So the list price was $5.99. Take 20% off that, $4.80 plus tax. It's like $5.30 roughly, not 10% tax. As you can see by the sold there, $27.21 free delivery. So it's like a $23, $24 CD that I paid just over $5 for. I'm fine with that kind of flip. It's not too bad. And then if we look at current market still shows about the same also. Again, this is brand new seals. It's $21.95 free delivery, $25.06. So it's $25. That's where I put 22, 24. Probably shoot, yeah, somewhere in that range. So overall for this one, I spent $28.21, and I have basically $204 in listings. And if you add the $67 from the Goodwill, I spent a total of about $44, just under. It's like $33.96 is what I spent when I thrifted today for the business. And out of that, I'm going to get $73.67. So just under $34 is going to turn into $344 worth of listings. 10x gross, that's not bad. I'll take that to start. We're going to go from there. But that's where I'm going to list everything at. That's all I got for this haul video. Wasn't great. Wasn't horrible. I've definitely done better. Possibly done worse. But that's all I have. If you got anything on the video, please consider subscribing to the channel. Click the like button, which also does help me out. Questions, comments, anything from the chat. And then click the bell for future notifications of other videos just like this. And I appreciate your time. I'll see you guys in the next one.